Hello, welcome to Sports with a Side of Beer. I'm Alpha, aka the Human Sports Almanac. With me is Mark, aka America's lovable teddy bear, and Eddie, that effing dude K. We're live here to talk some sports and just some general awesome shit. Of course, it's brought to you by Patty's Pub, not the one in Philly, the one in Altamont. So let's get going in. We're going to jump right into the topic. We're going to start with Victor Wembanyama, one that was close to Mark's classic NBA heart. Wanted to discuss the dude, get us going on him. Mark, you want to start off with thoughts on the big old Frenchman?
Yes, I do. First of all, I just want to let you guys know, as much as I love you, I really do hate you that much for all of this. But I do love you guys. But yes, we're gonna start with man. I'm gonna just say this, man. Victor Wembanyama, like with his actual build and his ability to shoot and to dribble in the way, even though it looks awkward at times, but it just really, man, this guy from France, he's a beast. That's all I got. That's all I can say for now. Like, yo, his ability to shoot the ball at his height, and he has an 8 foot wingspan, and his
Mm-hmm.
ability to defend or at least block the rim and rebound, man, that's man.
The guy's a freak.
He's a freak of nature. I do now. I don't know if his game is being affected by Popovich limiting his minutes. He's been struggling a little bit lately, but he's still been him struggling and still him making plays. Making block shots and
Well,
he's still getting threes and shooting in the mid. But yeah,
they don't want to rush him along. That's generally, as you said, Popsman always good with those kind of guys. You know, whether it be Duncan Robinson, what have you, he's always good at ingratiating players into the league. And with a guy, I mean, you got to all remember he's still 19, but I feel like Popovich doesn't want to rush him along in a sense. He doesn't want to kind of, feed him to the wolves, even though, you know, it's generally getting fed to the wolves. And now that's what the NBA is. You're going to have to prove it eventually. But man, the one I heard that's the best is like when Steph Curry compared him to the guy that you create in NBA 2K that we've all done when we were like 13 and we're just like, I'm going to create a dude who's 7'7" and still can shoot the J. Like, that's ridiculous.
that's Wembanyama right there. Yeah. No, that's a great way to describe it. But like even with him being limited, this guy is still to me he's elite. I just feel like the chemistry between everybody because I think Popovich is just managing everyone, but I don't know if he's utilizing everyone on that squad at their best. I think they're still like trying to figure out who's going to have the ball, who's going to make the plays and whatnot. And at times, like but they're still they're still a feisty team, but I think they just went up against the Nuggets and shoot the Joker. He was schooling all of them, but
Oh, it's a simple thing. The Spurs suck. It's just as simple as that. Wembanyama's a freak of nature, but let's not get it twisted. Eddie agree with this too. The Spurs suck. They're not a good basketball team.
I mean, no, not,
Right, that's what I was going to get into when it was my turn. I was just letting you niggas talk. But now I'm saying
go ahead, do your
I was
thing.
going to let y'all niggas rap for a second and then just be like, all that shit sound good, but your two best players on that team are Victor Wembanyama and Kelvin Johnson.
Not a good formula for wins.
You know what I'm saying, nigga? Like, and that's in a loaded Western Conference, right?
Mm-hmm.
So like Vic looking like rookie of the year. Hopefully the fact that the Thunder are number 2 in the conference though don't add to Chet Holmgren's favor. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, and he's
Cause
still up for
like
rookie of
the
the year.
Thunder number 2 in the conference right now looking real good and Chet playing good ball. Vic putting up real impressive numbers though. Like I'm not gonna get it twisted. Like, he's like the unicorn's unicorn.
I've got him right
You
here
know what I'm
actually.
saying?
I've got
But
him right here. We're
same
looking at
time, he's still young. You still gotta have a whole squad around him. Like niggas talking about Popovich ain't using niggas right. Popovich is making the best of what he got. The only thing I might
2
disagree
minute
with
warning.
Popovich on is where he would play Vic. I would play him at the 4 or the 5 rather than at the 3.
makes
Cause yeah,
sense.
he's quick enough to check the threes and everybody and all that. That's nice. But I mean, for real,
Well,
it throws everybody else off because this nigga's playing positions that they not naturally used to playing.
Yeah.
And
do you
he
think that
used to playing the center. He used to playing the center in Euro ball,
do you think that's because they just don't have anybody else to play those positions?
possibly. But I mean, Doug McDermott been showing off. He just old. You see what I'm saying? But he been having a decent season. Darius Sohan, he alright. He looking like baby Rodman if Rodman wanted to play point guard instead of like power forward.
He's
He's
got a
still
little
pretty
bit of the rock
athletic.
and crazy
He
too.
can jump
1 minute,
and
guys.
he can make decent plays, but you know, Sohan not really like they need a nigga that can play point for real. Let Sohan be the 3 or the 2. Let that nigga Kelvin Johnson be the 3 or the 2.
Mm-hmm.
Let Vic be the 4. And then you could let him random motherfucker play the 5 because at the 4 he could still help back up the 5 closer to the rim, easy.
Makes
And
sense.
then he could still stretch and do what he want. You could let him play like, you could let him play like damn near like a free safety on defense because he's so fucking long.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You
And he's
go
showing
ahead smack
some of the
fighting from
blocks have
like
been
different parts of the motherfucking lane. That nigga arms go across the lane if he stand in the middle of the bitch. So all he gotta do is get to one half or something. He might could put a fingertip on something.